Hi,
Hey YouTube.
everyone.
Hey, love you guys. This video goes out to current Jehovah's Witnesses, former Jehovah's Witnesses, those who are fading, those who have been DF'd, or
Those who are doubting.
yeah, those who have dissociated, those who have never ever been Jehovah's Witnesses, but maybe have family that are Jehovah's Witnesses. We thought we'd share our story of kind of what led to our departure from the Watchtower Society. It started probably, I would say, in about 2013 with a very interesting experience. Yes, this
Sorry, I'm going to be giggling with this because this is kind of interesting.
this is an experience you will not be hearing at your next circuit assembly, district assembly. But this is true. This is what set everything in motion. And I know some of you are people of faith, some of you are not people of faith, but I can only relate to you what I feel based on what I've experienced so far. So I would have to say, first of all, I think this is how the Holy Spirit of God was moving and acting in my life at the right time, the right place, the right situation, to begin to open my eyes to the deceit that I had bought into all my life. So our story starts with me out in field service with my wife. We're working, though, apart, separate doors. I was paired up with a pioneer. She was working with someone else. And I knocked on the door, this young couple, family. They were Christians. And when they came to the door, it was very pleasant, all smiles and nice greeting. And they listened to me go through my presentation for the Watchtower and Wait magazine, which dealt with family life. And, we're taught to be observant as we walk up, look for the toys. Look
Common ground.
Yep, find that common ground. So they accepted the magazines, and then they began to share with me a little bit of their story. And they were Christians, and I tried to corner them to find out what brand of Christianity they were, and they really didn't want to commit to belonging to any particular denomination because they quite honestly felt that being followers of Jesus Christ himself was all the identification that was needed and really said it all. They did say some places that they worshipped at, and anyway, but they began to share with me that their life centered around their relationship with Jesus Christ, and how every day of their life was like a walk with him, hand in hand, with looking to him for guidance and strength and love, and feeling that. And that was what their attachment was. I, on the other hand, spoke of Jehovah, but really my relationship was with a religious organization known as Watchtower. And I could go into more of kind of qualify that, but probably the most simplest test is if once you've left Watchtower, people, Jehovah's Witnesses, do not say, "Why'd you leave Watchtower?" They say, "Why did you leave Jehovah?" Right? I haven't left Jehovah. I serve God faithfully each and every day of my life, and I've left a religious publishing, printing, real estate acquiring corporation so that I could follow Jehovah. So anyway, I'm going off a little bit of a tangent, but they shared with me their relationship with Jesus, and how special that was, and how that really was the center focal point of their life. Secondly, they shared with me that they were involved in missionary activity. And that was a little eye-opening for me, right? Because we kind of think, in the door-to-door ministry, Jehovah's Witnesses really have it all locked up. We're the only ones that really do this. And they do multiple mission trips to local and abroad. Haiti, Dominican Republic was the country that they actually did missionary activity. And they are there to share the gospel, the love of Jesus. And they show this love not by putting literature in somebody who's poverty-stricken or hungry or thirsty, but by building homes, digging wells, providing food, clothing, shelter to those that they share the gospel with. So really, they're involved in a ministry that really demonstrates real love and real benefit for their fellow man, much more than just putting Watchtower propaganda in their hands. And lastly, they offered to pray for me. And I had received some offers to pray throughout my life. And as Jehovah's Witness, we're taught to discourage or to decline such offers for prayer. And many of the prayers that people had offered for me were, son, I'm going to pray you don't go to hell, stay in this Watchtower. But this was nothing of the sort. They wanted to pray for me to come to know Jesus like they knew Jesus, to have that same kind of relationship, and to walk with him hand in hand like they were. And the pioneer that was with me declined the offer to pray. So I didn't get to hear the prayer. But their sincere offer and their introduction to trying to pray for me really touched my heart. And I really felt the Holy Spirit at that time, although I didn't really know what it was. But when I got in the car with Sharon a little later for break, or at the end of the service, I got to share with her a little bit about this experience. And I said, I know we're taught to believe that all these people going to other churches or people outside the Kingdom Hall are not the real believers, that they're counterfeit Christians, they're really serving Satan with all the false doctrines and stuff. I said, you know what? I met real believers today. Their love for God just exuded from every pore of their body. They're involved in missionary. They're spreading the word, and they're helping people. And they offer to pray for me. They're very sincere and loving, and not judgmental at all. And so that was kind of the threefold thing that touched my heart and planted a seed. And I did not respond to it like throw my book bag down and say, we're done, we're out of here. That wasn't the case. It took a while for things to develop. And so fast forward like about a year or so later, we had just commemorated or celebrated the Lord's Evening Meal, the memorial meal, at the Kingdom Hall. And I became convicted, and that's it's kind of like in your soul, your spirit. You get an intense gut feeling or heart feeling that something's not right. And for me, that something that wasn't right was that here we are celebrating the Lord's evening meal, and the cup is passed, the bread is passed, and no one is partaking. And I know that's normal for the J-Dubs, but as I found out, you'll only find one other example of any group of people who practice religious ceremonies where they do a Lord's evening meal where everyone rejects the cup and the bread. That's Satanist, yes. Pagan practicing at the Lord's meal, the bread is passed, the wine is pressed, and either the leader of the group is the only one that partakes, or he pours it out on the ground. And it just struck me as wrong that no one partook. And with that feeling very strong, I began to contemplate everything that I knew as a Jehovah's Witness. I didn't know anything per se that, like, I want to investigate this or whatever. But I know that all my life I've been warned, don't watch apostate videos, or don't read apostate material, don't talk to them. And I felt like, what have they got to say? What could they say that would break my faith? I've got the truth, right? I have the truth. Surely the truth can stand up to any criticism,
yeah.
right? So I was basically having a panic attack. Heart was coming through my chest, couldn't really breathe, hand was shaking on my mouse. Do I click? Do I not click? And I clicked, and I watched a minute of something, and I turned it off. It's like waiting to get struck down. Nothing happened. And I heard some stuff in there that really caught my eye and my ear. And so